All right, Madam Clerk, explain to us what happened today.
Well, we got a lot done at this election board meeting. We ratified the ballot. That is a very challenging process, and we also addressed the investigation that was conducted regarding the Indiana Secretary of State's actions or lack of action, as it were.
Could you explain to our audience what exactly all that means with the Secretary of State, the chief election officer, by the way?
Well, he came to the Election Service Center with his official staff, and he had his official staff video him as he went around and greeted some of the staff and the bipartisan teams that were working in our central count. And he then took that video from his official side and used it in a campaign video. We asked him to take it down. He did not respond. We asked him multiple times to take it down. He did not respond and said, well, his staff said, I don't think I need to. And we said, we disagree. So we asked him repeatedly to come and talk to us. He declined to do so. So we voted to send the information to the Inspector General and the State Ethics Commission.
Now, you could do it under Title III because of some legal reasons. However, we could get him but we could prosecute the case under Title IV, I believe, is what you folks said.
Well, that is what our attorneys have told us, that Title IV is more appropriate because that it addresses state office holders. So, and that is where this is going. It will be sent to the Inspector General today and the State Ethics Commission.
Did he break the law?
I believe that he did. You can't use government services for political purposes. You can't do that. It is not allowed, whether you are at the top of the elections food chain or if you are serving the smallest county in the state. Just because he's got a big title doesn't mean he can break the rules or break the law.
But how confident are you that the state IG will look into this matter and will either issue a formal reprimand or maybe recommend further action?
Well, this is not a censure. A censure is basically a smack on the wrist. The options that the Inspector General has or the Ethics Commission has, they know what their rules are way better than I do. I do hope that they take action because this behavior is, in our estimation, criminal and should not be allowed and should be punished.
But how confident are you they will do anything with this?
Well, it's not the Indiana Attorney General. The Indiana Attorney General and the Indiana Secretary of State seem to be very, very close, and I wouldn't necessarily have confidence that the Attorney General would do something. The Inspector General, they are appointed by. They don't have anything to do with the Attorney General's office. So I have hope that they will look at what they are sent and take appropriate, swift, and severe action.
What do you find the most troubling about all of this?
That there is no acknowledgement of any wrongdoing. This was bad behavior. It was criminal behavior, and just to ignore it and hope that it'll go away is something that seems pretty childish to me and not befitting a state office holder.
Could you speak to the decision to keep him from visiting non-public parts of the service center?
Yeah, we need to protect our poll workers and our staff, and they didn't ask for this. We simply asked him to remove a political video, and he didn't do it. We found out they were state resources, and we said, hey, but you need to do this, and he refused again and again. Well, that is, it's the next logical step to protect our poll workers, our staff, and our ballots. Clearly, the law, he thinks that the law doesn't apply to him. And we're saying, yeah, it does, and you better follow it.
Kate, when you said he refused, did he just ignore you folks, not say anything, or did he send a letter or an email correspondence saying, you know what, I'm not going to do it, I didn't break the law?
He did not respond to us at all. I believe that his staff declined talking to, on his behalf, talking to our attorneys.
So there's been zero acknowledgement about this at all from the attorney or from his office?
Not from him. The one time that we interacted was at a citizenship ceremony, and it was I said hello, and that was it.
Obviously, the Inspector General is going to take a look at this, say that's commission. What about the Marion County Prosecutor? Will there be any referrals to him?
No.
Any reason why, or is this just how the process works?
It is my understanding that this is the appropriate step to take. I don't know that if it did go to the prosecutor, if anything would happen. We saw what didn't happen with the First Friends meeting house situation, and that was we are not privy to what happens in the grand jury. So their reason to decline, I don't understand. It seemed clear-cut to me that there was a case to prosecute this behavior under the poll worker protection bill that we testified on behalf of and passed. So no, this does not go to the prosecutor, and if it did, I don't know what they would do.
For voters who may be watching this later tonight, what is your message to them? What is the goal for you personally in going about it this way?
There is a set of rules, and there is the rule of law. Everyone is expected to follow it, no matter your position, no matter your title, no matter how important you think you are. And if you don't follow it, we're going to call you on it and do everything in our power to make sure that this bad behavior doesn't happen again.
What does this tell you about, it seems like it's the chief election officer of the state, because that's what the Secretary of State is, that this is going on with the chief election officer?
Well, it's a wild disappointment. There are 92 counties across the state. There are 92 clerks. I don't think that any clerk in the state thinks that this behavior is acceptable or would be allowed in their county. So I'm saying here in Marion County, you follow the rules, or we're going to do everything that we can to make sure that that rule of law is followed.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.